Hello everybody out there in RC airplane land that loves fast planes. This is the FMS Flash. It has been clocked at nearly 140 miles an hour from YouTubes I've seen. This hadn't been made yet. I just finished more or less getting it built. And I did a couple little reviews, static reviews about it. And I'm going to do a few more things that I like to do. What I've done is I've installed a lemon transmitter right in here. See if I can get something to point with. It's a 6-channel lemon transmitter, and over here is the lemon satellite receiver. And this plugs in to the receiver. This is the older lemon style. They've really changed a lot in the last 15 years. And basically what it does, you have a receiver that plugs into this receiver. This is a satellite receiver, which means it goes away from it. And what I've done, I have one antenna down in the fuselage. I have one antenna off the actual receiver right here on the outside. And on this side, I have the two receivers off the satellite, or not the receivers but the antennas. So I've always had good luck with the lemons, especially if I can get any of it outside. A lot of times I've put the satellite itself outside the fuselage, but the problem is that this is so fast, I'm a little skeptical about putting that on the plane. And just some other things that I've done is I usually tape the top of the wing with tape and the bottom of the wings. This bolts together. This is entirely a bolt together system, which is really nice if you destroy a wing or your horizontal stab or your vertical stab. You can just unscrew it, buy you a new one. But the problem is that sometimes there's some flex. There's not much. There is a bar that goes through this, of course, and then it's reinforced everywhere. It has fiber rods inside of it. The control surfaces have a little fiber rod through them. It's really strong built. The center of gravity on a 4-cell 2200 basically is going to be, the center of gravity is going to be all the way to the front from most everybody I've seen review them. So, room, wait a minute. That's the face that should only be on radio. So at any rate, I have the reflex system set up in here. Got it set up on my DX6E transmitter Spectrum. Works really well. I have it on 3-position switch. You have basically, just like Horizon Hobby, they have the SAFE and AS3X systems. Basically, the FMS reflex stabilizer that's supplied with this plane and a lot of their other planes, they'll tell you whether they're going to supply it or not. It's a $32 stabilizer. I think Banggood sells them for $20. It's a good system. It's you have a safe that'll keep it completely level. If you get out of whack, you hit safe, it'll straighten it up for you level. Then you can go to just straight AS3X, so it'll hold you in the wind, that sort of thing. Smooths everything down. You have an off part of that 3 switch where you can just turn it completely off. The only problem that I've seen that some people have is when they hit top speed, they get a little wing waggle because there's not any gains that you can set up on this. Some people have not complained about that. So I don't know if the ones that didn't complain about it took it out, if it was just the individual stabilizer. You know, everything that you get, it can maybe not be that good. RC aircraft, it's a toss-up. Hell, if you pay $1,000 for one, there can still be problems, especially electronics. So I've got her set up pretty much. Haven't flown it yet, of course. What I like to do is I get a couple of thumbtacks for my center of gravity underneath. A lot of people, you know, balance them upside down as well. As you can see, I have tape over here on this side. I tape up the control surfaces. On the bottom side, I'll put a run of tape. That definitely makes the foam hinges last longer. My goal is to make the plane last as long as I possibly can. A few things that I need to do. One thing, one of the more important ones to me, is right in here. Let me stand it up. That hole right there, that's exactly where the receivers, the ESC. And I cut the top of the ESC off to bare the metal. That helps keep them cooler. The only issue is that's the exit hole. That's where your air will come through as it exits the plane. And the idea, as you see the top of the plane, is they have an entry hole here. But the problem is that this foresail covers up that hole. So I either need to drill another hole somewhere in here, which I am thinking about doing. This is a really solid piece of foam, and I'm not going to be able to get a hole in here that easily to draw air to the ESC from over here. This hole's plugged up completely. That's their air hole that they provide you with, but when you get all these cables put in here, there's nowhere to put them. You don't want to put them up here because you have to be able to work your battery, and this is an in and out process. You sure don't want this battery mucking with this receiver. So you get this set, you want some room in here, you don't want to be crowded. So I'm still working on that, and it's possible that the amount of air that'll come through it anyway will help keep my ESC cool, but it's a 60 amp, and this thing does draw a lot of amperage. So I'll update on that, what I've done on that when I figure that out. So y'all take care. Just wanted to do a little static review of this plane. It's a really nice one. It's well built. They have captured nuts, just something out of the side. On the horns, you see that? Those are screws. That's called captured. That's really nice. I may put a little bit of epoxy, but I may just wait and see how these hold up. Because, you know, these could have to be replaced too. This stuff goes bad. So at any rate, just wanted to show it out and ready to hang it up in the barn. When I get ready, there's the barn over there. And be taking her out here maiden her pretty soon. I'll give a report on that. Y'all take care.